So I'm sure you have heard that ABC News has to pay Donald Trump $16 million. Boy, Trump must be happy about that. $15 million goes to his upcoming presidential library, and $1 million goes to legal fees. And George Stephanopoulos has to pay some of that money out of his own pocket. I think about $1 million. Now, Stephanopoulos, as you know, is a Trump hater. He's also the most famous person on ABC News. Good Morning America, he does a Sunday show. But George has been getting in a lot of trouble. And I suspect he's not long for Disney. I could be wrong about that. I don't have any inside information, but it looks shaky to me. So let's run it down. All right, so on his program, Stephanopoulos basically was talking about the E. Jean Carroll case with Congresswoman Nancy Mace. All right, that was on March 10th of this year. Roll the tape.
You've endorsed Donald Trump for president. Judges and 2 separate juries have found him liable for rape and for defaming the victim of that rape. How do you square your endorsement of Donald Trump with the testimony we just saw?
Okay, it was not, Donald Trump was not found liable for rape. And it wasn't even close. And there were lesser charges, and it's still being appealed. I think that whole thing's going to be overturned on appeal myself, because it was a he said, she said, a very flimsy case, as many of them are. But anyway, so Stephanopoulos goes, he found liable for rape. That's big. And it wasn't true. So Trump filed suit, as he should have. All right. And then ABC had to submit Stephanopoulos for depositions this week. Now, if Georgie had gone in there under oath, he would have had to explain all the inner workings of ABC News and Disney. And they didn't want that. And that's why they settled $16 million. It's the same thing that happened to Fox News. Remember, Fox News lost $1 billion to the voting machine company because the voting machine company's lawyers were taking depositions of all the Fox News hierarchy, and Fox News, we can't do that. Now, you can make your own implications about Disney, about Fox. I'm not going to tell you what they might have said. That's crazy. I don't know. No idea. But these big corporations don't want that stuff out. So if some big corporation does something to you, keep that in mind. Well, once the announcement was made on Friday that ABC folded, which they did, and then paying Trump, then the far left crazies on television went crazy. Go.
ABC made the calculated decision that, you know what, we're just going to pay. Now, George Stephanopoulos also has to pay. He's on the hook for $1 million of his own money. And that leaves the rest of us with what? We want to be accurate, right?
No, you don't. Wrong. That's ridiculous. Your whole network is propaganda from top to bottom. You don't want to be accurate. Couldn't care less about being accurate. You're in business to hate conservative people, to damage Republican politicians. That's why you're on the air. Come on. It's so, I love that soundbite. I just love, we want to be accurate. Is there one person, just one, in this whole country who thinks MSNBC wants to be accurate? If so, send me their name, I'll get them on. All right, now this has been going on for 18 years, this kind of sloppy, dishonest analysis. And it's driven by the corporate media, which used to restrain itself when allegations were made against somebody like Donald Trump or anyone, any American. So there had to be something to back it up, okay? And you just couldn't make up stuff, but now you can. You just make stuff up. But the tide is starting to turn a little bit. So let me give you one of the worst examples that I've experienced in my career. You remember in 2006, 3 Duke University lacrosse players were charged with forcible rape and a bunch of other stuff. All right? What happened was these kids hired a stripper to come to a party. And the stripper then went to the authorities and said, oh, they raped me. And they got arrested. The kids got arrested. All right? And you'll remember that there was hysteria in the media. And many people convicted those 3 students. Well, now, just this week, December 12th, okay, the woman who made the accusation in 2006 finally says it didn't happen. Go.
I testified falsely against them by saying that they raped me when they didn't. And that was wrong. And I betrayed the trust of a lot of other people who believed in me. And made up a story that wasn't true because I wanted validation from people and not from God.
Now, that woman is serving 18 years in the penitentiary for murdering her boyfriend. And she gave the interview out of that penitentiary. Okay. So you can see these 3 Duke students who were exonerated, but the pain that their family and how do you get over something like that? Not easy. When you're falsely accused, stays with you your whole life. Never leaves. No, even if it turns out okay, never leaves. But I want to show you this. So in 2007, we were still covering this Duke case. And I made this statement on the O'Reilly factor. Go.
Talk about a rush to judgment. There's now strong evidence the accuser in the case fabricated at least part of the story, and charges of racism and sexism could be completely bogus. So we called most of the professors who signed that ad, wanting to talk to them about it. No one would step up. They all ran away.
Okay. So we reported the story accurately. And I was skeptical, obviously, because accusations cannot be used as facts. And I could name people who, but I'm not going to do that. All right? But you know. So due process is a cornerstone of our nation. The far left has tried to destroy due process. Me Too. Okay, Time's Up. All of these heinous, I don't know, organizations you want to call them. Couldn't care less. If you settle something, then you're guilty. If you're accused, you're guilty. If you're implicated, like you even know somebody, you're guilty. Everybody's guilty. Because they use it as a cudgel, a political cudgel. But when their side gets accused, they don't say a word. They don't say anything. And everybody knows what the game is. But I see a little turn. And it's Trump that did it. Trump was accused of so many things. And yeah, the kangaroo court in Manhattan convicted him of some stupid thing in the Stormy Daniels case. Everybody knows is bogus. And that's one of the reasons he was reelected. Because people go, this is wrong. Anyway, ABC News, 16 million light, Georgie out a million. And you keep your eye on Georgie this year. And that's a memo. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on X. Look for @Bill O'Reilly.